Alright, we're back. So, this is my first time playing person that is in control of Texas. I thought I was going to be playing them last season when they were, I believe it was North Texas. But I didn't uphold my end of the deal and win my side of the division. So, yeah. I didn't uphold my end of the deal and win my side of the division. They won their side of the division. And eventually they got a job offer from Texas, Big Texas. And yeah, so I just gonna this gonna be interesting for the most part. Just waiting on them. I gotta play mistake-free football. I'm not even sure exactly what their overall rating is, but we're gonna see how this pans out or whatnot. Trying to he sent me an invite. Okay.
Glad to have you with us from Las Cruces, New Mexico, and Aggie Memorial Stadium, home of the New Mexico State Aggies, and we have a showdown coming up in the land of enchantment. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from Conference USA, the New Mexico State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
Okay, I get the ball at the half.
The Aggies ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Wasting no time taking a shot.
That.
Makes the grab on the big throw. There he goes. And he just kept running. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Forget establishing the run game. Go up top right now. Play one. Be aggressive. You told everybody all week, we're going to come out, we're going to be aggressive, and they are. They take the shot. They get rewarded. One play, one touchdown. What a start.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking to throw on first down.
Oh, man.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Guys, let's chat about New Mexico State. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Finds a man on the right. No chance to run, but still a good game.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Man, that was a good. Man.
Certainly not the greatest of kicks there, and they'll down it inside their own 40. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Back to pass on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab.
Come on, man.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Fitted in the window for the score.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Texas, 14, New Mexico State, 0.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Gets it to the back on the draw. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. He's looking to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's chopped. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Chubb. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Aggies have this offense rolling. Tight end now in motion. To the air on first down. Gets it out fast. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw it. Snagged out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Brings up third down.
The Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains.
Oh, come on, man.
Make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Fourth down coming up.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Here we go. They'll try to sneak it.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on fourth down.
And the Aggies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Now from inside the red zone. Gets it out quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the move. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here in the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the first down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Aggies.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Indiana unleashed a furious offensive attack and reminded folks in Bloomington of what things were like when Lee Corso was in charge. An A-plus performance from the Hoosiers. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Texas offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas.
Gets the back moving. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. This one's complete.
Hey,
Out
it's
across
bad.
the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Here's an incredible statistic early in this game. With that catch, he's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're only in the 1st quarter still. He has been getting open. He's been making catches. At some point, the defense may have to start triple covering this guy.
Pocket breaking down.
Oh, that.
Going right and going deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they look.
He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Punch it out.
Oh, come on, man.
Just
Make it happen.
discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
The Longhorns will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Thank you.
It's picked off at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Give to the running back. Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's long. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Aggies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Off the bootleg to buy a little space.
Oh, man.
And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. And the Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now the play fake. On the run, still looking.
Oh,
and it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
The Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The give to the back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Punt is in the air. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Leaves it with the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left. Have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
The Longhorns will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down.
Oh, what? Oh, my God.
Past the sticks and still on his feet. Off to the races to the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas!
Yeah, and if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
Set to kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. That one comes out hot down the right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
Throws to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout.
Oh.
And that is incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. New Mexico State will be forced to punt.
On to punt it away.
Kick is in the air. And the returner goes down.
At the 25. And the Texas offense will take over. First and 10.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. He tries to take the top off. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Come on, y'all got to
I don't know
that.
about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got it in the middle. It's Simon. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Second down coming up.
Go, 29 Philly, 2-9,
Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab down the middle. Turning it on. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quick strike complete. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from pay dirt.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen.
Touchdown, Longhorns! Quick strike through the air for the score. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wide out.
Wrong person. It's wrong person.
You know, as a defensive back,
Square was wide open. Oh my God.
Way outside towards the sideline.
Wide open.
It's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
Oh my God.
Here comes the Texas offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete downfield. Nice pickup, gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. Use the play fake, now to throw. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
42, New Mexico State, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw on first down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Showing the arm strength to the left. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield, like they did right there. But give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going for it all. Half turnover can swing momentum. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Texas, 42. New Mexico State, 7.
And the Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. They're setting up the screen. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Here's a heat. He'll try to do it himself. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. A little release to the back. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Texas.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup, the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise,
Come on,
you got
man.
no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Chubb. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like I got to fit in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Off play action. Unloads it left. It's caught. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Use the play fake now to throw. Fires down.
No. There, man.
Off for the 4th time today. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Texas. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
New Mexico State, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Got his man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him in...
Trying to burn this defensive back. And he's strong.
Oh, come on, man.
Interception. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
42 Spider.
The give to the back. Makes his man miss. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Ready up.
The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice game.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Here's the pressure. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Working that left
What?
side.
Oh my God.
Tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Longhorns! Quick strike through the air for the score. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
New Mexico State, 7.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He leaves it with the back. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
To the air on 2nd down.
Oh.
He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big plays.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down.
Oh, come on, man.
Pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one.
Get set, get set.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Here's the handoff. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Simon.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give out of the gun. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Wants to throw on first down. Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
I don't know why that man waited.
Touchdown, Texas! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. USF has had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 21 to Iowa. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Takes a hit as he fires.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Off the play fake. He rifles one deep down the middle.
I did not see that
Almost
safety.
had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys?
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
On On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
And they block it.
And you could see they had a punt block left set up. They overload the left side of the formation. They don't have enough guys to really get them all blocked up. Nice job getting in the backfield, taking the ball off the punter's foot, and getting the huge punt block.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Right on the money. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This quarterback is such a playmaker, and his arm is what makes him so special. Could this be the game that sends him to New York City for the Heisman Trophy? He's now got over 450 passing yards.
The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
4-2 Spider.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
2nd and goal.
Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle.
New Mexico State.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground.
State Aggies will take over 1st and 10.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They'll try to pop the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
2nd down.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Lets it fly. Oh,
Come on, man.
that deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. The kick is on its way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Smart move to keep it on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Second down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you.
And now in the pitch, the ball's loose.
And there's a couple parts to the lateral, right? It's when the guy's pitching it and you're hitting him and causing a bad pitch, or it's just a pitch. But either way, trying to get hands on the football, trying to disrupt the timing of the pitch, disrupt the timing of the catch. Nice job by the defense getting to the carrier fast to make something happen.
Looking downfield on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. The play action fake. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop.
1st and 10.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Leaves it with the running back. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Double right. Moves.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches. Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration, everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
And the Longhorns come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short.
Come on, set.
Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight.
Go day, man.